I promote this thing because it flat out works. It's a portable power bank that you can charge with the sun or with any wall outlet. And you can charge 2 devices at once. Plus it's got this really cool flashlight. This thing is badass. The link with your discount code is in the description below. Trish just sent me this story right here, and man, it will rip your heart out when you really think about the ramifications of this. There's a couple news articles. I'm going to read from a couple sources here. This is BuzzFeed News. A 4-year-old boy died after being shot in the head while play wrestling with his dad. It's just heart-wrenching. There's the family right there. There's the dad. There's the little boy that died during this shooting accident. A 4-year-old Indiana boy died Thursday after he and his dad were shot in the head. Think of it. They were both shot in the head with 1 round from a firearm by the dad's gun while play wrestling, authorities said. The incident occurred Sunday just outside of Bloomington, where deputies from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office were called to the home of 36-year-old Tyler Shaw. And I'm going to play this news clip right here. I think, yeah, it's from a Fox affiliate. Check this out.
Following the shooting inside the home behind me, the 4-year-old little boy was rushed to Riley Children's Hospital, where he remains in critical condition. Friends and neighbors say they are absolutely devastated by the shooting. While wrestling with his son on a bed inside this home, Monroe County Sheriff's investigators believe a father had a handgun on the small of his back. During that playtime, detectives say the gun fell out and fired, shooting the 4-year-old in the head.
It's horrifying. It's heart-wrenching. I can't even imagine what they're going through.
Kaylee lives right next door and considers her neighbors friends. Like everyone else on the street, she was stunned to learn what happened.
And I mean, before I go over the rest of this, it is truly stunning. Now, the way they reported this, I guess it was on January 24th. This is 25th, and the child ended up dying. It says Shaw had been wrestling on the bed with his son Tripp while he had a handgun concealed in the small of his back. The gun then fell and fired 1 shot, striking both Shaw and his son in the head. The boy was taken to Riley Children's Hospital, where he later died, and the dad was also taken to the hospital, and he's expected to recover. It's a Glock semi-automatic handgun, was sent off for testing to determine why it had fired unexpectedly. I don't understand that. Number one, guns that fall typically don't discharge. And this one happened to discharge and shot both the father and the son in the head. That's truly bizarre. I mean, the odds of that even happening is crazy. Some of these guns, I don't know what kind of Glock he had, but my Glock 2240 cal has, it has the regular safety and it has the trigger safety. Some guns have 3 safety. It has the safety on the side, the trigger safety, and the little thumb compression safety. So, and even if it was a revolver where there was no safety, let's say, the trigger still has to be pulled for that round to be discharged from the chamber. Shaw and his wife, Natalie, are also the parents of 2 daughters, according to the GoFundMe. Here's the GoFundMe right here. Looks like they're requesting $30,000. They're up to $19,131 as of the recording of this video. But I'll tell you guys, look at this family right here. Can you imagine the turmoil? Let me just show you the bigger picture. The turmoil that's going on in the heads of, the daughter's probably really just, it's gut-wrenching for them. But the mom and the dad, what's going on, how infuriated she probably is at him and how he's beating himself up. This is crazy. And I wanted to show you, this is the kind of story that anti-gunners will use to say, aha, see, we need to get rid of guns. If we got rid of guns, this would never happen. This is the dangerous freedom. Was it stupid for this guy to wrestle around on the bed with his son with a loaded firearm in the small of his back? Yeah, that's not safe. That's not firearm safety. You're not demonstrating any firearm safety. And I'm sure he's kicking himself because he knows that. Hopefully he knows it. I mean, it's just an overwhelmingly horrendous thing to actually happen. To go through this kind of thing. So yeah, this guy's kicking himself. And then this story over here says, let me see, I just read it a second ago. We'll just finish this with this report right here. There's only about a minute left on it.
I mean, I can't even imagine the position, the situation that they're in, and I can guarantee it was not whatsoever meant to happen, completely accident, and it's unfortunate.
The Gun Violence Archive, a research group that tracks unintentional shootings across the country, found that Indiana has seen a lot of accidental shootings involving children. While no one with the Monroe County Sheriff's Office would comment on the case, over the years, police and gun rights advocates have repeatedly spoken about the importance of gun safety because they say accidental shootings can almost always be avoided.
Every gun owner.
Yep, that's true. That's true. But this gun violence archive map right here, let's see, where is it? People are going to take this and go, see, look at all the people that have died to gun violence. The gun actually is what did the killing. People will capitalize on this. They'll see this crisis and they'll take advantage of this supposed crisis.
Accidental shootings can almost always be avoided.
Every gun owner has to be a responsible gun owner.
I mean, an accidental shooting involving a child has got to be the worst thing on earth. And it's more tragic because it's 100% preventable.
As for specifics on exactly how the firearm discharged, sheriff's detectives say that remains an active investigation. Jesse Wells, Fox 59 News.
Over here, they were saying, yeah, in Indiana, a person can be charged with a felony criminal recklessness if he or she, quote, recklessly, knowingly, or intentionally performs an act that creates a substantial risk of bodily injury to another person while armed with a deadly weapon. Let's say this was just an accident, okay? Now, the government comes along and adds insult to injury and then criminalizes and imprisons this guy and takes this guy away from his family and throws him in prison. It's bad enough already. Now you add the element of government in there, and if they charge this guy with a crime of criminal recklessness, felony recklessness, or whatever they call it. But check out this lack of empathy here. Jen Smith, WTF, Sean had been wrestling on a bed with his son Tripp while he had a handgun concealed in the small of his back. This didn't have to happen, and don't tell me, quote, the father has suffered enough. He needs to pay for his stupidity. You don't think he's already paying? It will be interesting to see what charges will be brought against him, if any. This person says, thank God he lives so that he has to face the consequences of his actions and remember what his idiocy caused. Red state with right to carry, white family. He isn't going to jail. Come on. Leave it to somebody to make this a racist thing. The guy shot his kid out of sheer negligence. The guy didn't shoot his kid. The gun discharged. If everything is as the story, presents itself, the guy didn't shoot his kid. There's no maliciousness involved in here if the story's above board. Nothing anyone does to him at this point matters. The worst possible thing that could have happened has happened. I agree with that. So I wanted to bring this to your attention, guys. A lot of anti-gunners will use this as an example of, see, this innocent person didn't have to die. My question to you is this, for this whole video. Would you rather have dangerous freedom or peaceful slavery? This is an element of dangerous freedom. People will do stupid things. People's judgment will lapse. We are all human. But what would you rather have, dangerous freedom or peaceful slavery? And keep in mind, peaceful slavery involves government-sanctioned gun violence against you if you don't follow the rules of the government. And I'm using gun violence because that's their term. See, anybody who calls for gun legislation or gun safety measures or gun control is really asking the government to put a gun in your face so that they can enact these laws by the barrel of a government gun. Guys, let me know what you think about this. Leave your thoughts for the world and the Google Thought Police in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give them a thumbs up, share them with everybody you know, and I'll see you in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.